Yes, hello there, everybody. How do you do today? How's everybody doing? What's up? What is up, my fellow horser rounders? Hi, Tomoe. Hello. Welcome. Yeah. Hello. Also, thank you for the raid. Sorry, I just started. Still trying to keep track of what's going on or figure out what's going on. Kind of loading in for the day, you know? Usually when I stream at this particular time, I have to wake up like right before. But I did stream earlier around like, it was sometime around afternoon, so yeah, I didn't quite get 8 hours of sleep like I was hoping for, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll be awake in no time. Sorry, I need to start waking up a little bit earlier so you guys don't worry about me. I know when I like start streaming I sound dead tired, chat's always like, oh man, Tomoe, are you okay? You getting enough sleep, Tomoe? But the goal is to not sound tired. We'll get there eventually. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Hold on. I'm very confused right now. More hours of sleep isn't very simple. Yeah. It can be complicated sometimes. No energy drink? Well, it's not necessarily that. That sound tired? You're in the military, you run on rage, nicotine, and caffeine. I do not use nicotine. Hold on there. I'm also not very angry, but I'll take the other one. But I will not be accused of using nicotine because that is straight up not true. That is simply not true. Why am I late? Well, I don't know. See, the military doesn't care when I'm a couple minutes late, but chat gets upset about it, so I think there's like some soul searching I have to do here. Or maybe just start showing up to work on time. That might be a good idea, honestly. That's alright though. That's alright. You're detoxing off of nicotine and caffeine? Oh man. Both at the same time? Yes, paying me for the 5 carrots. Love the thumbnail art, and yeah, I regularly end up getting 5 hours of sleep, but I get the job done. Yeah, 5 is typically enough. For those who don't know, I usually don't make my thumbnails. The only time I ever make my thumbnails usually is when I do a random stream, but I will pass your compliments along to the chef. It's one of my friends who just has fun doing it, so I'll let them know that you guys really like their thumbnails. Mina, thank you very much for subscribing. Much appreciated. Let me take a couple more sips of my energy drink, then I'll start fishing. I got you guys. You got scared that I might have gotten a flat tire again? For me being like 2 minutes late to stream? What? You guys just assume if I'm like 5 minutes late that I got hit by a car or something? Is that how this works? The reason why I was a couple minutes late is because I was trying to get my audio to balance properly, so that is how it is sometimes. What do you mean Tomoe caffeine fun? I don't need too much caffeine. I don't need too much. My engine exploded? Oh my gosh, I can't believe Tomoe Umari is dead. How did this happen? The military may not care if you're a few minutes late, but when I'm only 8 minutes early, case fact PT. Hey look, to be fair, the only reason they don't care if I'm a couple minutes late is because I'm like the only thing holding my particular workplace together right now. It's like me and one other NCO. So I guess it's like we have a little bit more leniency. Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing to be late, but sometimes I'm like walking out the door and I cannot find my keys, so yeah, maybe I need to keep better track of my stuff. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'm the issue here. Thank you very much, Paga, for the 20 gift subs. That's a lot of conscriptions. That's a lot of horses. Never put all your horses in one basket, because they might float down the river and get lost. But yes, welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the Umarmy. It's nice to have you here. Welcome. Yes. A flat tire. How does a horse get one of those? I don't know, man. Life happens sometimes. This is how it happens sometimes. What is your MOS? My MOS is horse. Runewolf, thank you very much for the 5 gift subscriptions. We're matching on YouTube and Twitch now. Eye for eye right here. Let me turn this off here and switch to the game music. Yeah, this game looks pretty cool. I mean, I just downloaded it for the first time, but it has good vibes, so I guess that works. It's the military horse girl. You've heard about me? Oh, hell yeah. I actually had something exciting happen the other day. Someone emailed me on my business email from a .mil email address. Which was already surprising in itself, but I got invited to a base event. I was so happy about it. If you guys ever have like events happening at your base, I mean, I don't do birthday parties or anything, but if you can get approval for having me show up and you have like, I don't know, like something for me to like show up on, I'll totally try to. I mean, I don't particularly mind. I'll make the time for it. No need to be afraid. Oh, wait, hold on. Coffee House Dialogue, thank you for the 5 carrots. Oh, another NCO. Is he Sergeant Elmo? What? What kind of joke is this? Hey, man. Those divorces. I haven't had any yet, okay? I don't like your guys' stereotypes. What the hell? Too bad I'm out of the Miller, otherwise I'd invite you to the ball. Oh my gosh. I have been invited to those. I cannot accept, but you know. If it's like an actual event, you know, like an actual event of some sort. Do I do funerals? I don't do funerals, no. I do not do funerals. I feel like that might put a bit of a damper on things, you know? I don't feel like people will be very comforted by the horse girl there. Tomoe, I like your voice when you scream. I don't think you're supposed to tell a woman that. Well, I really like when you yell at me. I don't think that's supposed to be something that you tell a woman normally. I don't think that's normally like, you know, that's no, I don't know if that's the move there. I don't No birthdays? How about the Marine Corps birthday? I mean, I don't even know what I would show up for. Like, what do you want me to do? British already got their own events going on, and like they have full schedules for those. Tournament? How do I fish? Okay. Local. Multiplayer? Any language? Sure. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. When did they send you the play button? When I gave them my address for it. I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. Well, I didn't forget, but like it takes a while for YouTube to actually like let you apply for it. Oh no, F2. I don't need to see chat. I don't need to see that. Apparently you guys can fish with me though. Artex, thank you for the 5 carrots. Good evening, Tomoe. Here are 5 fish-shaped carrots. Use as bait. Remember, the horse girl hive mind grows in power whenever you yell at chat. What do you mean, horse girl hive mind? You guys aren't horse girls, are you? From all the BS comments she had to see that one. Dude, I read, like, most of my comments. I can see most of them. I don't reply to all of them, mind you. Because some of you guys say some pretty outlandish shit. But I try to reply to as many as I can. How do I get the fish to actually bite? Do I have to, like, wiggle this? So left mouse is reel in, space is reel out. Oh. It's not really helping much. This is gonna take a moment to figure out. The fish escaped? What do you mean the fish escaped? Where was the fucking fish at? Where was it? Who's to say we're not secretly chibi horse girls? I don't think most of you guys are women, like statistically speaking. By the odds of VTuber probability. VTuber audience probability. I don't think so. Yeah, how am I supposed to tell if there's a fish here? Hold on. You have to look at the ripples in the water? Oh no, I'll try. Women in a VTuber stream, I'll have you know that women think I'm cool, okay? And so do fish. I didn't catch anything. I thought I had something. I saw a ripple. I saw a ripple. This is gonna be tough. I have to get a feel for this, you know? Maybe I gotta go out on that rock over there. Nope, can't do that. Those guys are having like a whole dialogue over there. What if those are like two e-daters or something, bro? What if they're having like a fishing date or something and I'm kind of like disrupting it right now? If you put your ear to the ground, you'll hear them swim. I don't know if that's how this works. I'm gonna watch for ripples in the actual window over there. I feel like that would make the most sense. Bro, what do you mean the line broke because of tension? Why are there frogs now? What is this? Oh, maybe that's what the cast out thing is. Cast in, or sorry, reel in, reel out. So maybe I have to like alternate between that to like ease tension. Alright guys, I'm figuring this out now. Awesome e-dater fishing couple versus evil and intimidating horse girl. Who are you calling evil and intimidating? What did I even do to you guys, huh? Chat needs to be quiet so you don't scare the fish. Come here, little guy. Dude, where are you going? What? How do I reel you in? Why is he going further out? Dude, get over here. Get over here. Why are you going further out? You can't see it, but on the inside, I'm crying. How am I catching so many fish, but I can't reel any of them in? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Wheel... I have to figure out how to actually reel in properly. Okay, so left mouse button does. You gotta pull up the tension. There's not even a button for that, is there? See, cause like I try to just hold left mouse button and like, then it's like, oh, the tension's breaking the line. You can't do that. Maybe it depends on how long I stay in the red for. That seems to be the case. Okay, the fish is losing power. We have established our dominance over the trout population. I'm going to name you, Mr. Fish. Hello, Mr. Fish. Hello, Mr. Fish. Isn't this a beauty right here? Look at this fella right here. Aw, you're a nice one, aren't ya? Do I need money? Since you're the first fish, I'll release you. Go back out there. Repopulate so I can catch your family next. Well, guys, I figured this out now. I know how to catch fish now. I think I'm pretty prepared for this now. Now catch the same one again. How will I know it's the same one? I'm not tagging them. Guys, just know this is what fishing is really about. Not what you saw earlier. This is what it's really about. Oh, hold on. Also, thank you very much for subscribing. Oh, hold on. This fish is feisty. We gotta wear it down. Now come here, buddy. Guys, I really feel like I figured this out. I don't know if I need to, like, change my location or anything, but... Oh, it's another brown trout. Okay, I'm selling you now. First guy got grace, but you don't get that. You don't get out free. You're not getting out scot-free. Tomoe, can you give us clear? No. No! Stop asking for things! D13 Dingo, thank you for the 4.99 carrots. Yep, just at the lake. These lakes, the fish, and my yapping horse. Does one really need much else in the world? This is life. It's simple. Maybe I should cast further out. I don't really know if I can, though. You're meant to clip their tails? Why are there so many rules and regulations? Wait, hold on. Might be a fish. Nope. Hold on, let me take a look at something. Let me take a gander. Can I ask for the privilege to ask for things? No. One day I'll be able to teach you guys to be happy with what you have. All right, guys. This'll be it. I know the big one is coming up soon. Can we get access to Fort Knox? Now, why would you need that? Wait, I didn't realize there was just a fish chilling on the line. Trying to convince the fish to come over is pretty tough, I'm gonna be honest. Do I need to be, like, super calm and collected about this? Wait, oh, hold on. I don't know how to wear it down. It gets easier, though. The closer the fish is. Wait, I just saw a fish. Is this all trout? Am I actually destroying the trout population right now? Maybe it's because I'm fishing in the same spot. I mean, to be fair, you don't really need to, like, cast your line too far out, right? Do we have clearance to start our own carrot farms to increase carrot budget for stuff? No. No, you do not. Because that's not what carrots are for. Carrots are for sharing and eating. And I guess technically buying new things. But you guys don't need new things right now. Are you sure there's other fish in this lake? Well, don't they say there's plenty of fish in the lake? So there should be. Hypothetically. Guys, I don't think I want to ever leave this area, by the way. I think I need to stay at this lake forever. This is my home now. This is where I belong. Trout population be damned. It's gonna be okay, fellas. It's gonna be okay. What are you guys doing right now? Are you guys also fishing? What are you preoccupying yourself with at this time? When is the last time you guys have gone fishing? No more ads? Hell yeah. Thank you very much for subscribing. Sorry, still waking up. There's no time for work. You have to change your name, flee the country, just start fishing. All routes lead back to fishing. Wait, is that a fish approaching? I can't tell. D13 Tingle. Thank you for the 4.99 carats. I believe the correct term is plenty of fish in the sea, but what about horses? I don't know about that. I think there's plenty of fish out here too. There wouldn't be so many birds otherwise, right? Okay, I can actually cast pretty far out, but I can't see anything over here, so I don't actually know when I got a bite. But apparently I had a lot more line to spare than I thought. I'm eating peanut butter and mini M&Ms right now. Alright. And you know what? You do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, man. What do you mean the fish escaped? What fish? Why is there no indicators in this game? Why do all fishing simulators mess with my emotions? I do not know how is it fishing. I'll just like occasionally like pull the line a bit, see if anything's there. Gotta use light line and light rod. Why is this so complicated? What do you mean light line? I guess I can like take a look at the options the game gives me. Do I even have the ability to pull from here? I think so. I think I've got this. I won't lose to a fish! Actually, it's pretty strong. This is not looking good. Never mind. We're winning again. Fishing is an art and you need the right tools. But what if I just wing it? I mean, I can play the hunting game with any guns, so... Oh yeah, we got a different trout! Look at that one. Look at that one. He looks... I don't know. His body is a different color than his head. Kind of fancy. I'll sell you too. I feel like I need the money, you know? Oh, this is all the stuff that I have. Wow, I don't know what any of this means. This is wonderful. I mean, this is the generic stuff that I start with, though, so... I can buy new things. Oh, durability and line length. I guess that's the main thing that changes here. That's interesting. Tony, welcome to the Umarmy as a horse private. It's nice to have you here. Welcome! I just realized there's a radio in game too. Nice fish. Thank you! I caught it myself. For some reason, it's all trout. I wasn't expecting it to actually be all trout. I thought you get a little bit of variation, you know, plenty of fish out there, but apparently it's a trout sort of season. How many fishing sims have you clean and gut a fish afterwards? I don't think I've ever seen a fishing sim like that before. I don't think any of them get quite that much in detail. Because most people, you know, they just fish to like actually fish, not to clean and gut the fish. I gotta be patient, and then I gotta let nature take its course. That's what we're gonna do. Just gotta be patient, guys. You just gotta wait for it. These are the moments that we prep for. Hurry up and wait. The early horse gets the fish. Yeah. Fiddle Crits, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the Umarmy. Welcome. Patience is a virtue. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry, the fish will come eventually. And I'll be waiting for when they show up. And I'll be trying to wear this one. Bro, please. Please don't embarrass me. What? I would salute back, but I can't right now. Please hold for a word from our sponsor. What the hell is that dude doing over there? He's playing CSGO apparently. What does that mean? If your early horse gets the fish, Tomoe would starve. What do you mean by this? What are you trying to say about me? I'm gonna go to a different part of the water. Well, this person plays CSGO. Oh, I think they're just a very experienced fisher. Maybe that's what it means. Let's go over here. I wish to experience this new fishing spot. Fearless Leader, thank you for subscribing. Super excited to see the concert at Offkai. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the concert at Offkai. I love doing concerts. I mean, they're a lot of work to prepare, but they're pretty fun. Pretty fun. I hope there's a chance for like the people not going to also be able to see the concert though. Why would I aim my gun at chat? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I don't know if there's any fish over here actually. If you switch spots, there should be more fish, right? That's they occupy different sections of the water. They have like their own territories and stuff. Isn't that how this works? Oh. Lord Conte, thank you for subscribing. Welcome in. Welcome in. Everybody get your fishing rods and line up. We're about to catch the big one. I think the key is just to see if my my line moves at all on its own. I think that's what I'll just watch for now. The other indicators are not very helpful. When's the Terraria fishing stream? I'm not really a huge, like, Terraria fisher. There's not really much to see in Terraria fishing as far as I remember. I do like fishing in games, so maybe I just need to give it a proper chance. Come here, little fish. You're deeper out in the lake. Oh, you're just another trout. It's not, you know, that's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with being a trout, you know. I'm not anti-trout or anything. I don't want you guys to think that I hate trout. That's definitely not the case. I love trout. I am one of trout's biggest fans. It's just, you know, not something you would expect. What about Animal Crossing? I've never played Animal Crossing before. Tomoe fishing expert. How did that happen? How did I become a fishing expert? Do you guys have any fishing related questions? I should be able to answer them probably if I'm a fishing expert now. Tomoe, you're devastating the trout population. For the love of God, please catch something else. I'll try. I'm trying my heart out right now. Far Cry 5 fishing. I feel like you guys are just naming any game. What are you gonna say next? Tetris fishing? What? These games probably don't even have fishing, but I have no way of knowing. Well, Tetris, I know it doesn't. I would know. Okay, come on, fish. Maybe I need a stronger line. I need to start investing in upgrades. Oh yeah, name the different trout populations. I can't because then you guys would go overfishing them. I have to protect them. It's like a fisher secret, you know? Call of Duty fishing? Do we have the carrot budget to buy lobster for dinner? Probably not. Also, why is there more trout? I've never had lobster or crab before. But I have a feeling they taste pretty good. That's what people say, right? They're like fancy or something. Tomoe, defender of fish. What? No. I mean, maybe. Depends. Depends. Depends on who you ask. Okay, we'll see how much the line moves. It's drifting. You can go a little bit further out there. Yeah, there we go. I knew the trout would show up eventually. I wish the indicators were better, though. I don't know how realistic this is either. I mean, I know that you wouldn't be catching fish this quickly. Unless there's just, like, way too many trout in the water. But even then, I feel like still... The line broke because of tension. Yeah, that happens. At least we're getting better. At least we're actually catching fish now. Even though it's all trout. That's okay. By the way, for those who were wondering from last week, I tried to fix Space Marine 2 so I could play it, but like, no matter what fix I looked up and tried, the game does not load anymore, so I don't think I can play it ever again. I think I'm just cooked. There's nothing I can do to fix it. Tried verifying my files several times, tried all sorts of troubleshooting methods. I spent like an hour and a half on it and could not fix it, so, yeah, I guess sometimes that's the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, it's a little trout, okay. I just released some of these guys, why not? It is cooked. This is a very dire situation. I don't think reinstalling is going to fix it. I don't know what's wrong with it exactly, but it's pretty bad. I don't know, maybe 40K just hates me. It's entirely possible. I don't have to fish with other fish in this game. This is just straight up fishing. The cookie crumbling will continue until morale improves. You know, depending on what you're trying to make, sometimes I think you're supposed to add a crumbled cookie anyway, so... I don't know, I'm not much of a baker or a chef or anything. Bull trout. Well, no more trout population jokes now because you might just manifest it into reality. Maybe trout really are that abundant. Clarity from above, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome! Clearly the solution is spending 500 on miniatures. Oh man, I'm not really like a hardcore fan like that. I don't have any collection hobbies. I did kind of like ponder the idea of like maybe collecting like anime girl figurines at one point, but then I saw the price tags. I don't know if I can justify it. Like the way I see it as a VTuber, right? And maybe I'm crazy for this, but I'm just like, I could be buying art with this money, you know? I could be getting more art to show everyone. That would be a lot better than having something to myself. VTuber acrylics or anime girl figurines? No, like the actual like figurines, you know, like the fancy ones. Apparently that was my 10th fish ever caught. Wow, I'm moving up in the world. Exquisite. I mean, figurines are art, but that's different than like commissioning Tomoe art and sharing it with you guys. Even though, I mean, I don't know if the type of art I commission is typically what you guys want to see. Considering every time I ask you guys, hey, what Tomoe art should I get? You guys are like, Tomoe in this extremely time-specific uniform. And I'm like, what about this cute outfit? No, Tomoe. Time-specific uniform. It has to be this. Maybe we just have different tastes. I don't know. Might be a little bit different. Have you tried praying to the omniscient? Bro, no, I have not. You know, maybe that's it. Maybe it'll fix my files. I would say I would see what I can do, but I've already tried that and that didn't work very well. Okay, I think it's just the stronger fish are evading me. That might be it. Tomoe figurine win. Dude, it's so hard to get figurines made as an indie. At least it's like, I don't know. I would say an indie of my size, but I guess I'm kind of on the bigger side for indies at this point. Not like the big side of indies, but like the relatively bigger side of indies. Yeah. Tomoe and BD. You guys are beating the allegations right now. You're actually proving my point. You could release a 3D printable file so fans can 3D print figures of you. I want you guys to know how expensive it is to get stuff like... What is this, another trout? Brother, what the hell? Actually, I don't know. Maybe I already caught that one. That might be a new trout, though. We'll try again. When in doubt, try again. Try again. When it comes to 3D figures, here's how it works. You guys have to, like, understand the logic here. So when VTubers get 3D figures made, you have to commission a 3D figure maker, like someone who actually models them. It's like a specialty, because you have to make them in a certain way. I don't think somebody who does 3D models can necessarily do 3D figures. It's like a kind of like a different art form, you know? It's a very specific type of craft there. Tomoe dressed as a fisherman. I think that art already exists somewhere, doesn't it? Maybe I should re-release my fishing ASMR after this. Get the full experience, man. I was surprised by how many of the voice comm requests actually wanted me to use my ASMR mic. But like I did put it in there, so I guess I'll plug it in for you guys. I suppose I'll use it. I don't particularly mind. By the way, if anyone else wants to request a voice commission, there's like 2 days on that before I close it. Oh, yep, that's a trout, all right. That's another trout. But yeah, you got 2 days left. I don't know if I'll ever reopen them. It depends on how much energy I have after finishing this batch, but it probably won't be for a long time. So if you want a voice commission, now is the time to do it. Tomoe in a US Army combat shirt, preferably some short sleeve version. See, in my brain, I'm like, that doesn't sound very cute. When I get art, I normally want it to be something cute. My brain doesn't think about cool art very much as it does cute. Maybe it's because I like looking at cute things. Even if it doesn't necessarily suit me, you know? It's how I see. I'm your favorite trout streamer? Hell yeah! We love trout streams out here. It's gotta be my favorite place to fish. How many weird voice requests did I get? I think I'm gonna have to deny at least 1 or 2 of them because I think people are asking me to yell. I'm gonna be straight up with you. If you guys ask me to yell, I'm probably not going to accept. I don't really feel like that would be good for my vocal cords. Also just not super comfortable yelling at people like that. I don't know. How about a kimono outfit? I think I already commissioned that before too. I've commissioned a lot of art, mostly last year. I haven't been commissioning much art lately because I'm waiting on my 3.0 to be done. Brother Steelman, thank you for the 5 carats. Tomoe in a horse jockey outfit, or would that be in basic taste? I have never thought about that one before. That might be a good one. You might be cooking with that one. I mean, yeah, voice commission's totally optional. You guys do not have to do it if you don't want to. But I will do my best on the ones that were submitted. What if I ask you to pretend to be a secretary for a voicemail message? I can do that, but you'll get my customer service voice. I can't promise that's what you want. Tomoe in a US flag-inspired 2-piece bikini. But why? Why? I really do think a lot of the people who come in here, like there's a lot of newer people that probably think I have like a what is it, like a sexier vibe than I actually have. I don't think I'll meet your expectations if that's your expectations of me. You might be a little bit disappointed by what you find when you actually hang out here for a while. Not sure I can match up to that one. This is kind of just I don't know. I'm like a kind of like an awkward person, I guess. Magic Girl Tomoe or Tomoe cosplaying as an Uma Musume girl would be cool. What do you mean cosplaying as an Uma Musume girl? What do you mean by this? Tomoe in a horse onesie or horse-themed pajamas? That would be pretty cute. You got me there. Do you mean sex appeal? I mean, I guess that's a matter of perspective, but yeah, it's definitely... the vibes on stream are pretty chill. That's how I prefer to keep things, at least. Sometimes people are like, wow, Tomoe, your vibes on stream are so chill, but your art is, like, so sexy. And I'm like... That's just how the artist chose to draw me, bro. I don't know. I usually give artists very vague instructions because I like to see what they come up with. So If I ever share an art piece with you guys and it seems that way, it was probably just the artist's interpretation of my character. It's not me specifically asking to be drawn that way. I feel like I need to clarify that. I just like sharing nice art with you guys though, so I mean, it doesn't bother me too much, but if it seems like there's a disconnect between like what you stumble into and like how I end up being, that's probably why. that would probably be what happened there. Perfectly balanced is all things. Sure, what do you mean perfectly balanced? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, I love Trout so much. I don't even think I'm getting much XP here anymore. I'm gonna buy a better rod. This just ain't working. Oh, I can't afford that. This has the most durability. Wait, do I have the money for that? Hold on. Okay, new fishing rod. Damn it, now I'm broke again. The cycle continues. Buy new rod, catch more fish, sell more fish. You thought it was intentional because of my 3D model being so appealing? No, dude, that's just how the modeler chose to make it. That's literally just how the model happens to look. It's based off of my my PT outfit that I never use because everyone says it looks like underwear. Don't worry, next time it'll be designed more carefully, I guess, but yeah, it's not deliberate by any means. Thank you, artist, for making Tomoe look good. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm kind of a horse. What can I say? Horses have that sort of charm to them. It was based on what? A physical training outfit, like an exercise outfit, basically. I was like, oh, spats and sport bra, people will understand. And then you guys were like, oh my gosh, Tomoe's in her underwear. I'm like, damn, this did not land properly. The message was not conveyed as the artist intended. Let me reel this in. I'm gonna try going to a different spot now. We gotta keep rotating, you know? Don't want to scare all the fish away. Underwear, I think some people are gaslighting. No, I think there's some people in chat who probably think spats are underwear. Raise your hand if you thought that, by the way. No shame or anything. I'm just curious as to who believes that. Alex, thank you for the 19.99 carats. War bonds for the horse army. Wait, we're going to war? What's happening? Would you accept a voice recording if we're a distressed secretary lecturing me about my drinking and the job habits? That sounds more like answering an HR complaint. Huh. Okay. Yeah, spats aren't underwear. You wear spats over underwear. Like it's a different layer. It's a different layer than underwear. I don't know if there's like a male equivalent. It's kind of like compression shorts, right? I mean, don't dudes wear stuff like that too sometimes? Wait, I don't have a... It says you don't have a weight attached. Float weight. Float weight, buy more weights in the other section. Where the hell is this? Oh. I don't know. Bite indicator? I mean, that would be cool. Why not? It's not what I'm looking for. So now let me put it on. Might not be able to. Can't be changed while fishing. I guess that's the issue. I'll try this real quick. I might have accidentally unequipped it. Thank you very much to Left Fork for subscribing. And, oh, thank you for gifting a subscription, rather. I'm sorry. Nothing goes under compression shorts. Oh, maybe that's the difference in understanding. I would never wear spats without underwear, though. That sounds so uncomfortable. It just sounds like, I don't know, I've never heard of other women doing that. Maybe I'm the weirdo. Maybe I'm the weird one. I never asked how to wear them properly. It's just, I assume that you're supposed to wear underwear under there. Maybe it's different, though, because, like, male and female underwear is different. So I guess I could see the logic. Well, maybe I don't need to wait for this after all. Stronger line makes a difference. Surely. I invested in this fishing pole. It better pay out. You've heard of women using them as underwear? I promise you that that is not the norm. That is not the norm at all. Brother Stillman, thank you for the 5 conscriptions. And welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome. Spats are a rarity in general. Spats are misunderstood. They're so misunderstood. If Tomoe says anything about women's clothing, I'm inclined to believe her. She's a fashion expert. No! I don't know anything about fashion. I'm just reasonably confident in this particular thing. Artax, thank you for the 5 conscriptions as well. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Just because it ain't the norm doesn't mean it doesn't happen, but just because it's something that happens doesn't mean it should be like an expectation or anything, you know? Like, I don't know, like, just cause some people do it doesn't mean that you should look at my model in spats and be like, oh my gosh, why is her underwear visible? You have to see it from that perspective. Did I start streaming on Twitch or YouTube? I started streaming on YouTube. I didn't actually start streaming on Twitch until about a year ago, so about a year and a half into my time as a streamer. More or less. I'm gonna have to go to a different fishing spot. I don't know if this is as lucrative as I was hoping for it to be. Oh, you think a lot of people sexualize gym wear? I've never seen that in particular. Maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm dense, I don't know. That was a tiny lad. Hey, he was still growing! I mean, I sold him, so I don't think he'd ever get the chance to finish growing, but he was still a growing boy. He had to eat his Wheaties, that's all. Some people do, but it's not common. I see. You know what? I won't argue with you guys on this. I'll adjust accordingly. I'll figure it out. Hey, what do you mean? Not dense, just innocent? I wouldn't even say innocent. I don't know, like, that's just not how my mind works. That's not how my brain operates. Are spats athletic wear? They are. They're meant for athletic stuff. Athleisure is a whole style of fashion. There is a lot of gym stuff designed to not actually go to the gym. If you're wearing gym clothes, why would you not go to the gym? Is it to, like, look sporty or something? Like, how does this work? Oh, you're a big lad, aren't you? That's a big fish. I guess that is true. If there's anything I've learned as a VTuber is that anything can be sexualized. So there's no point in overthinking it. There's no point in worrying about whether or not it makes sense. Some people wear them for pajamas. That's like going to bed in jeans. That doesn't make sense. You would want to wear something loose and comfortable, right? Typically, a lot of, well, I guess some gym clothes are loose and comfortable, but I guess, I don't know why you wouldn't just wear pajamas at that point. Don't diss jeans in bed. If you wear jeans in bed, you're a weirdo. I don't find jeans to be very comfortable, personally. I know that's kind of like a hot take, but I'm not a very big jean fan. Oh, this fish is fighting. That's a big one. We've caught the big one, fellas. Not joggers, sweats. Okay, that could work. This seems very, very layered. I have a lot to think about here. Jeans are F-tier pants. I mean, you guys have to think about how female jeans are, too. I feel like my disdain is warranted. Come here, little fish. I just want to talk. Yeah, wait, he's massive. Look at the size of this fella. Can fit 2 fish in there. Okay, oh, I can, like, actually, like, teleport around. So, these are the fish species you can get here. No fucking wonder I'm only finding trout. Let's, see if we can go to a different place that isn't so trout infested. Hold on, I wanna see if I can actually equip some of this stuff. I really wish I knew more about fishing. Wishing I had my fishing knowledge. Others. Why won't you let me equip you? Maybe it's a certain type of rod that I'm using. Ice fishing equipment? I only need normal. Why did I have my ice fishing stuff out? Am I a fool, chat? Did I buy the wrong stuff? Oh. Oh. There's other lakes. Okay, it's like level dependent. See, I gotta get licenses and then go there. So I had to catch more trout so I can go to different places. Okay, guys, I'm starting to see the vision here. Ice fishing. Where are the fish at? Wait. How do I get in the water? This is the lake, isn't it? I'm on the lake right now? How do I get in there? How do I make a hole in the ice? I understand you have to, like, cut one, but, like, you guys understand why I'm confused, right? I gotta get a drill. I don't know if they sell those. Oh, they do. Okay. How do I use it? It doesn't actually say how to use it. That's kind of a problem. Well, you know what? Well, you know what to do in this situation. We look it up on Google. Just wing it. I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, interesting. That is interesting. Google's not helping that much either. I have to find a suitable location and select it in my inventory, apparently. I mean, I can try. I can certainly try. Where'd it be at? How do you, like, sense if it's the right location? Do I have to see if the vibes are... I can't even jump. But it won't let me, like, equip it or anything. This is my inventory. definitely in my inventory. Is it in key bindings? No, because when I looked it up, it said you have to, like, select it in your inventory. Maybe this isn't the lake. This is definitely the water. You can see the shoreline here. I miss normal fishing. It was so much simpler. It was so much easier. I didn't have to think about anything. In real fishing, you would use a contour map of the lake bed to find a fishing spot. Oh. It's not that I'm too broke to afford one. I think I already have one. Like, I think the game gives me one, but... Damn, yeah, we'll go to the other fishing spot for now. The game is trying to spite me. I'll just save up to go to that other fishing spot. So I can catch the bass. Bass Pro Shop Fishing. Big bass fishing. There's only 5 other players out here, man. Most people just don't get it. Tomoe, when she plays rage games... What is that supposed to mean? You guys have seen me play rage games. I didn't even get mad. And then you guys were like, baffled. Yeah, it really is all Trout. It is all Trout. I wasn't making that up. I wasn't lying about that. I have no reason to be dishonest about that. They get mad when you fish in the store. What do you mean fish in the store? Oh, yeah, I know what you mean actually. I don't have my fishing hat on right now. Not right now. Chat got mad? Are you guys gonna backseat me and tell me I'm not fishing properly? You know, I think I am pretty fortunate in that I think you guys are pretty good about not backseating in like 99% of the things that I play. No, wait, added a float. Yeah, no shit, game! I can't add one! I guess the little window there is in case I do actually have like a proper indicator equipped or something. Because otherwise it's just useless. Well, maybe I can like look at it a little more carefully. I can't even really see where my my hook is supposed to be in the illustration though. Tomoe, did you remember to turn off your engine when you refill your car with gas? Actually, I covered my car with gas and threw a little match on it. I just wanted to see what would happen, you know, like the curiosity got the best of me. I really just wanted to see it engulfed in flames that day, you know, give the fire people on base something to do. They just really looked like they needed the little bit of extra excitement in their life, you know, so it's like, why not? Why not just make a whole day out of it? Can always get a new car, but you know, that experience is like once in a lifetime. Why are you like this? Look, man. Look, this is completely warranted. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be selling these. Damn it! Yeah, they do need something. That's what I'm saying. I'm contributing. I'm solving a problem here. CNO24, thank you for subscribing for another month. Nearly a year and a half with the horse girl. Do you have any regrets yet? Any pressing concerns? Anything you would like to address with the council? Have I figured out how to change the oil yet? I just took it into a shop. I don't know. I'm not too worried with knowing how to like do it myself. When I don't know how to do something and I feel like I might mess it up and it's not super straightforward, I just have somebody else do it. I don't know. You pay professionals to do things that you don't know how to do. That's typically how life works. Now everything's okay with my car, so you guys can't give me shit for it anymore. You have to find a new thing to give me shit about. You're gonna have to find another one. They might rip you off. I mean, I guess, but that's just life. I don't really care that much. Tomoe, did you remember how to twist your gas cap to the left to open it, then right to close it? Nah, the thought never occurred to me, honestly. I get really stuck when I'm opening and closing things in the world. Like sometimes it just doesn't work, and I'm like, damn, I guess lefty loosey righty tighty was not true after all. Guess I better just leave it, or I don't know, maybe you could like take a hammer to something if you really want to open it. Can I ask why the standard issue pipe bombs look like carrots? It's an aesthetic choice. Yeah, it's an aesthetic choice. If you can, try to have your oil changed every 5k miles. That shouldn't be that hard to do. Opening things are too difficult. I simply choose not. Well, I guess I better wait for something to actually bite here. It's raining, so there should be more fish, right? I think that's how this works. Hook size is proper, wait for a bite. What does that even mean, dude? What do you mean hook size is proper? Oh, there we go. There we go. Hook size is proper indeed. Tomoe, did you remember what car model you actually bought? You know, it came with a manual, but I kind of like threw it away because I feel like having a manual just holds you down. So, yeah, I don't actually know what kind of car I own. It could be any car. Like maybe it's just a heap of junk, you know? Maybe I'm not the problem. Maybe it's the car after all. I just feel like instructions are more of a suggestion in this world, you know? You don't actually need to know what's going on. Did I buy a Mustang? I don't know. I might have. I don't have the manual anymore, so I can't really tell what it is. Just winging it. Sometimes you have to. Car manual is backseating. That's what I'm saying, man. Gotta take the path of most resistance. Gotta make life unnecessarily difficult. Probably has 4 wheels and a steering wheel. Actually, mine only has 2.5 wheels. I don't even know if it's actually a car now that I think about it. Well, does your car have 2 doors or 4 doors? See, now you're trying to track me down. I know how you guys work. You can't get that info from me. I can't tell you what kind of vehicle it is. Someone's gonna find my car on base and key the hell out of it. Just key the shape of a horse into it. Sounds like a motorcycle. I would probably never ride a motorcycle. I think they're cool, but you know. Yeah. Tomoe, did you remember how to merge safely and make sure to actually remember your blind spots? Actually, when I'm trying to merge, I just swerve violently. Like I just, you know, shove the wheel over in one direction as hard as I can without looking. I feel like it's the responsibility of the people behind me to get out of the way. Personally, I don't feel like that's my fault at all. And that they should really be more attentive to what's happening on the road. So that completely falls on them. They just need to go somewhere else. This is my road, you know, so I feel like they should respect that. You don't use your blinkers? Why would I use my blinkers? They should know what I'm gonna do before I even do it. Like, have you guys even passed a driver's test before? I feel like you're being unfair right now. You're not really thinking about this from a logical perspective. I just don't think you guys are very good drivers. That must be it. But me, I know what I'm doing. I've never been in an accident before, so I think I can speak from experience here. Okay, I turn now. Good luck, everyone else. See, that's the attitude to have right there. That's that attitude. Driver's test, there's a test seat. That's it. You can just print a license off online. You don't even need to get a proper license. Tomoe actually wasn't drunk or acting in the American Truck Sim. She actually drives like that. Yeah, I'm kind of a menace on the road. What can I say? The only accident I've been in, I was stopped at a red light. I should have just gone. Yeah, never listen to the stop signs or the red lights or anything. Those are just trying to hold you back. But you got places to go, right? People should yield to you. You are the right of way. It's called defensive driving. I'm more of like an offensive driver. Like I like to take the offense. You could be the best driver ever, but you're never gonna be me, buddy. You're never gonna be a horse driver. That's all I'm saying. We're just dumb little horses when we want to hear Tomoe's advice about driving. Don't worry, I got so many professional tips for you guys. I have this under control. Best defense is a good offense, right? Yeah, they don't teach you that in driving school or anything. Man, before I started driving, I was like, oh, I understand why people are afraid of this. But then I started driving and I'm like, I don't know why people are afraid of this. It's not bad. It's pretty chill. Pretty chill. Even if other people are ignoring speed suggestions, I usually don't. I don't know. I just like going at like a safe pace, if that makes sense. Tomoe, I drive. It is true. It's literally me. Horse of the lake? Hell yeah. My car is probably just a wagon. Why does that sound like an insult? Like one of those old-timey insults. What are you trying to say about me? Is that a fish? Why is there a fish right there? Why is it taunting me? Your Honor, Tomoe said it was fine. I had fake ID. Yeah, I'd believe it, honestly. Wait, where are the fish at? I'm trying to convince the fish to show up. It's not working. I need to bait them. Well, Tomoe's car is probably just a used Prius or Camry or something. Man, my coworker is like super pretentious about cars. Bro is like, yeah, I have this super new car. Why'd you buy that old used car? Why are you driving that? And then he starts bitching about how expensive his car payments are in the very next sentence, and I'm like, damn, that's insane. That is crazy, bro. The duality of mankind, honestly. Defensive driving. Yeah, defensive driving is life. Well, not the life I want to live, but by all means, go ahead. Everyone knows someone like that. I don't know why people are so weird about cars, bro. Like, I don't spend that much time in my life driving. Why should I give a damn if I have, like, the newest, hottest, most capable model of car? I don't care if my car is, like, 10 years old. It's whatever. I literally drive like a couple miles every day. That's my entire commute. It's just a couple miles. Why would I need like the 2027 horse whatever they name the car. I don't know. A lot of them are named after horses. I don't know cars though. I don't know cars. Car dudes are super annoying. I mean, a lot of them are really helpful. I just don't like when people are like super fucking pretentious about having like certain things and then judge other people for not having those things. Like, if that's what you enjoy and want to spend your money on, that's cool, bro. That's all you. But don't be an asshole to people who don't have like stuff like that or feel a need to get stuff like that. I bought my car because it was affordable, it's a decent car, and it gets the job done. Gets me from point A to point B. That's all I'm really looking for. That's all I need, right? So, I don't care if it has, like, built-in GPS, if it, like, has, like, built-in therapy, whatever the hell features cars have nowadays. Bro, my car is just, it's a little on the older side, but it's okay. Tomoe, do you enjoy driving? I use it to relax. I don't really have, like, strong feelings about driving either way. I do it because I have to. I have to do it to get to work, but I don't like, I'm not passionate about it. I don't really love it or hate it. Like, I don't care about it, really. Your car is over 20 years old and has 300,000 miles. Bro, what the hell? What the hell? Why do I feel like the built-in therapy would be powered by ChatGPT? I mean, I've heard people use ChatGPT for therapy before. I guess it works. I've never tried it myself. Can't say I've ever given that one a shot, but maybe. 300k miles though, that is insane. I feel like you just gotta let that car retire at that point. You have a car without a CD player? My car has Bluetooth and I've never even used it before. I just never used it. Why bother, you know? My commute's not long enough. I don't care. Don't do that. ChatGPT therapy is basically a yes man. I need someone to affirm my bad decisions so I feel less bad about making them. Gonna call it now. Tomoe's car is either a Toyota or a Volvo. Why does it matter what car I have, huh? Why are you trying to judge me for what car I have? My car is beautiful. She gets the job done. She does everything I need her to. She hasn't broken down on me. She's good. Got anything good? I'm trying right now. We're doing our best. When I am frustrated to take out the old Mustang and just commit alleged speeding violations, I don't know if that's the right path. Also, I'm going to a new fishing spot. This one sucks. It's funny because, like, none of you guys are on the mark about what I drive at all. You guys don't know. You just don't know. You ever take your car off any sick jumps? What do you mean by this? What do you mean? You don't care about cars, you just fix them? You don't care about them at all even though you work on them? Why not? As long as your car can fit a Tomoe wrap on it, then it's perfect. I feel like it would be, I would have to have like a massive ego to wrap a car with myself, wouldn't I? That would be scary. I don't know if I could drive the Tomoe car around. I feel like I get made fun of. Probably by myself, actually, more than anyone else. She drives the most patriotic car of all time, the Chevy Aveo? What do you mean? What is that? You're waiting until I get clipped making a strange sound. I make strange sounds all the time. Probably not the type you're thinking of though. But I don't think I'm a very clippable VTuber. I've thought about this before, like, especially seeing the sort of stuff that normally gets clipped. I don't feel like my sense of humor is particularly clippable. Like I just be kind of like doing my thing, you know? No bait. Okay, that's probably why no one's biting. Hold on. Let's try to buy some bait real quick. Well, no, because this should work. Yeah. Okay, there. Now the fish will bite. Why am I not catching anything? Why am I not catching anything? Your humor is pretty clippable. I don't know, like, you can't really make, like, a clickbait thumbnail based off of the things I say. How did we evolve into talking about what car Tomoe drives? It's because you asked, well, you were trying to, like, give me backseat car advice. And then everyone started talking about it. That's how this started. Don't act like you don't know. Where are my fish at? Okay, now they're biting. Nature is healed. I have a stoic nature? Hell yeah. That makes you sound cool and mysterious. Like the guy that hangs out at the punch bowl. Not the one that, like, spikes it, but, like, the other guy. I realized how that sounded. I had to backpedal a little bit there. Tomoe Umari fan 25? Hello. Welcome to the Umarmy. I'm not used to seeing a Tomoe Umari specific name. I'm honored though. Thank you. Thank you very much. She's spiking our drinks. I am not. I am not doing that. I thought I heard something on the line. I suppose that is what the line broke because of tension. I guess I just don't get anything anymore. Who's my go-to artist? I do not have a single artist that I go to. I go to different artists. Because, I don't know. Having a go-to artist sounds convenient, though. 24 other fans? Wow. Well, I actually can hear them bite now. That's crazy. I have to fight with the fish. We're having a civil argument right now. Why are my lines breaking all of a sudden? Why can't I catch anything? Thank you very much, Valentin, for joining the Umarmy as a horse private first class. Welcome in! Welcome in. Welcome to the horse ranks. Avert your gaze from my failed trout fishing. I will now redeem myself somehow. Fish escaped. That's insane. That is crazy. Yeah, I'm not catching any fancy fish like this. Maybe I just need to go back to fishing games. Maybe I have to rediscover my roots as a master fisher. At least now things are biting though. I was so perplexed. I was like, it didn't make any sense. When trout fishing doesn't work out, just start quail hunting. Alright. I didn't even know you could use flies as bait, by the way. This is pretty alarming. This is not what I anticipated. Okay, there. Now we're cooking. He's a little guy, but you'll do. You'll do. You're all we need. I need enough for a license, apparently. A better fishing license to go to a different place. Fly fishing is hard. Yeah, but it's rewarding. That's what matters. And I don't need something to cut through the water. I mean, the ice. Ponder this theoretical for a moment. Does it have something to do with the phrase, no weight added to float? Well, I already checked and I'm not able to add a weight to this particular rod, so I think you might be not onto something there. I know you want a backseat, but it's not gonna work this time. Not this time. Nice try. Wait, I just realized this might be self-inflicted because I was just talking about how you guys never backseat. Why can't we front seat? Ah, man, that's... I didn't think that far ahead. Can't have one without the other. The streamer experience. Yes. Well, we'll see where my fishing is at. So that's what fly fishing actually means? I'm not sure if it is or not. I'm not positive. Why can't we mind control Tomoe? Y'all got some crazy hot takes in chat today. Damn it. How dare that horsewoman have free will? What the fuck, dude? What the fuck? We've had sugar. Oh, that explains it. No more sugar before fishing trips. None of that. another trout. I don't think blaming Twitch chat's gonna work this time. I don't know if it's gonna work. I cast Forgotten in the Walmart parking lot on Twitch chat. Hey, don't do that. That's not very kind-hearted of you. I use my free will for evil quite a lot. I would say that you guys are the evil ones, not me. I'm well-behaved out here. Robert, thank you very much for the 5 apples. I will try not to spend them all in one place. Now I can afford an energy drink. Alright, Tex, thank you for the 30 cares. The horse girl hive mind exists purely as a split consciousness with thousands of voices stuck in a single chibi horse body with the inability to physically speak and can only communicate telepathically with Tomoe. Bro, why do you keep calling chat a bunch of women? What does it mean? What did you mean by this? Pigeon Zone, thank you for joining the Umarmy as a horse private. Welcome. I like pigeons. They're pretty cool. Wait, why is this fish so small? What the heck? Well behaved, she says as she forcefully removes Trout from their home. They're not innocent, okay? They have too much of a population. I'm just trying to whittle it down for them. You know, I'm actually kind of like baffled by the fact that like my Twitch audience size and YouTube audience size is about equal now. It used to be where my YouTube was like twice as big, if not more, than my Twitch audience. But now it's like 50-50 almost. Twitch is catching up, guys. This is quite unprecedented. We did not anticipate this course of action. When I first made my Twitch, I used to like link it in my YouTube chat as well, because I was like, well, probably a lot of people don't know that I have a Twitch now, so you gotta let people watch where they want to. But now it's just kind of like people find their own way over there, so I don't even have to really say anything. You mean the active viewers? What do you mean active viewers? Is this some lingo that I would assume all of you are active viewers, right? I mean, you're here. YouTube discovers via clips. People look for Twitch for live. Dude, I don't even get clipped though. Like nobody's out here clipping me. I don't think that's what my YouTube audience is growing. I guess I do have shorts. That's probably it. But yeah, I don't get clipped. You guys are passive viewers? I could see it. I could see it. Sometimes you don't have to do anything. Sometimes it's good to just chill. You're good? You're done with your workout? It only took about 3 weeks? That's okay. As long as you got there eventually, you know? You're watching through dreaming? This is advanced technology. You found me through shorts? Hell yeah. Sometimes a horse just ends up on your For You page sometimes, as they say. I'm gonna be honest here. This is my honest confession. And you guys are probably gonna be like very unhappy with me for this, but I don't actually like watch TikTok reels or YouTube shorts or anything. So when I make them, I don't know what's actually like good for the algorithm. I don't know what's popular. I know everybody's like, oh, as a YouTuber or VTuber or whatever, you should like do your research. You should know what you're supposed to be. You gotta like look into it. But like, I don't really do that. I don't know. I kind of feel bad about it because it's like, shouldn't you know what you're doing? Like, shouldn't you make more of an effort? But I don't know. Are you the only one that found me on Instagram? Probably not. Probably not, I would say. Sometimes people say they find me there. Sometimes you just gotta go for it, man. I don't think there's any one formula to success anyway, so it's alright. I remember chatting with you on Discord when you were still getting set up to debut. What? What do you mean? What? Bro, I have like a shit memory, so maybe you're right. I don't remember though. I'm sorry for forgetting if so. That was like... Did I even talk to anyone around then? I guess before I started streaming, there was a period where I had a Discord but didn't talk to people. I don't know. Maybe I did talk to people? I don't know. It's so long ago. So long ago. You found me through police bulletins? Am I like on a wanted poster or something? Oh, you saw me on a wanted ad. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I gotta flee the country now. This is all very complicated. Chat, nobody can stop you from going to the local USO, putting Tomoe VODs on and leaving. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Let's enjoy the fishing. That is ultimately the goal here. I hope that you feel you can always be honest with us. What did you mean by this? Why does that sound so foreboding? What do you mean by this? Is this like one of those like when you're like referring to like another situation and it's like, well, I'm glad Tomoe is not like this. I don't normally get to like catch on when you guys do that. I do have a bit of a question. What's your take on the streamer/audience boundary? You're gonna have to elaborate a little bit. I can offer my thoughts on it, but I gotta know exactly what you're referring to, because that can be taken in a number of ways. Please lie to us constantly, gaslight and gatekeep us. What am I supposed to gatekeep you guys from? I understand the other things, but lie to us, gaslight us. Oh, okay, that I guess I kind of get it, but gatekeep from what? Parasociality? Good heavens. My restraining order? I don't have any restraining orders. What are you talking about? I can't even talk properly right now. From outside life? Outside life? How many restraining orders do I have? Do you guys have restraining orders against me or something? Huh? What are we talking about? I'm trying to get to the bottom of this too. About the streamer audience boundary though. Some streamers are more inclined to interact with community outside streams, make friends, etc., while others are very strict on keeping their stream identity and off-stream stuff separate. Here is my opinion on that, and I don't know. You guys can take this as you will. So, when I used to interact a little more closely, like I tried the whole like, you know, like integrated stuff, like just, you know, interact with the community. I think the problem with that and what happens a lot is a lot of people want to talk to the streamer, which is fine. That's understandable. But the streamer is only one person. It's really hard to like talk to a lot of people, especially in like a more personal setting. So I think it can get really overwhelming. I think sometimes like it's hard to like establish boundaries when you're not in an environment like a stream where it's a little more clear on like what is and isn't okay to say, because some people will feel more comfortable making like jokes in a more personal setting, but the streamer might not like that very much, and it can be hard to express that it's okay if it's like a couple people, but then people like dogpile on and it gets really stressful. So I think it's usually better for the streamer to have like a separation between like, you know, at least like on a more personal level, between chat and themselves, like for their own mental health, because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of streamers end up feeling burnt out and stuff because they try to like stretch themselves too thin. They don't have any time to just like be themselves, you know? Because if you have like a community Discord that you're trying to actively interact in, then like you don't really get any time to decompress because you feel like you need to keep up with that as well. There's like no downtime really. There's no downtime to just relax. So that, and you know, people get upset because they're like, oh, you seem like you talk to this person more than others. Like, why are you showing favoritism and stuff? So when you're in an environment like that, that feels like, you know, it feels like favoritism could be, you know, like a concern that people have or anything like that. I feel like it's just healthier for everybody, typically, if there's like a layer of separation there. Like, I feel like that's probably for the best. That's kind of just my analysis of this at this point. I know a lot of streamers don't feel that way. Some maybe are able to keep up with it better than others. Some probably aren't as bothered by it. I just know myself pretty well. I know what I'm capable of. I think that if I try to do anything like that again, I probably wouldn't even be able to keep streaming because I would be overwhelmed. So that's kind of where I'm at on it. I don't answer like personal emails or DMs or anything. I do appreciate the things that you guys say. Like, some of you have some really nice things to say. I can't reply to them. But thank you. please don't. I kind of feel bad because sometimes they're like worded in a way that's like expecting a reply, but like at the end of the day, like I can't really reply because I don't want it to be like an expectation that I'll reply, if that makes sense, because that would be a lot more work upon myself. That's a lot more for me to keep up with, and I do appreciate your guys' support and stuff. I appreciate like the individual support, like you guys taking your time to like, you know, spend time with me here and hang out and stuff, but I can't individually address everybody. That is well beyond my capacity as a person. So yeah. I hope all that stuff makes sense. I don't know if I phrased it very well, but it's just gotta know your limitations as a content creator, what you can and can't do, and how to like keep yourself mentally healthy and whatnot. I'm gonna go to a different fishing spot now because I can. Yeah. Okay, as long as you guys understand. I'm not always the best at articulating myself aloud, but yeah. Hi, Tomoe. How do I know when my voice commission comes in? I haven't started working on them yet. I'm gonna try and do that this weekend. I will send it to you guys though. I will make it known when I start sending them out at the very least. So if anyone doesn't get them, then should be able to address it at that point. I've seen many small creators go crazy from having their audience blow up and they lose their close-knit community. I will say it feels bad for VTubers too when they're like, I guess at first, you know, you're able to like keep up with more connections, but eventually it gets to the point where it's like a lot to manage. So streamers kind of have to like grow and adapt along with the community. If I really want the streamer to notice, I might put in a super chat. I mean, it depends on the streamer's size. I try to read as many chats as I can, even if it's not a super chat or whatever. As long as it's like, I don't know, something I could talk about, why not? That's totally fair, and I respect that. I hope you didn't feel like I was trying to say one or other is the right approach. No, I didn't think that was what you were trying to say. I know everybody has their way of doing it. Everyone has like different things that they're comfortable with. I don't think there's one right or wrong way to do it. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna try the maggots. Yeah. I guess one of the issues a lot of people feel as fans is that like the streamer feels different when they grow, but like I get the sense that it's like a bittersweet feeling watching your Oshi get more fans and, you know, kind of like develop as a streamer and just watch their content evolve over time. But it's probably also weird because like you might have your messages read more in the past, but then, you know, suddenly there's more people around, so it might not be as common of a thing anymore. So maybe it feels different in that capacity, but you have to, like, I don't know, just try to see things from their perspective, I guess. We're just people at the end of the day. We do our best out here. I want you guys to have fun here, so I do my best to make it fun for everyone. You want them to be successful, but also start getting lost in the crowd. Yeah, but it's impossible to keep up with everyone, so we can only really do our best at the end of the day. House Turtle, thank you very much for joining the Umarmy as a horse private first class. Welcome in! Welcome! Most streams I watch, the streamer tends to be rather good about keeping their personal and stream life separate. It makes for well-balanced streams as well. I do think that a good level of separation helps a lot with, like, the longevity of a streamer's career and just their mental health in general. So, yeah. I don't think the fish want to bite. I think they're playing hard to get. It's just tough. Yeah, I read what I can, so don't feel bad about it. Okay, hook size is proper. I just gotta be patient. I have maggots on the line. I'm not the problem here. The fish are the problem here. Can I adjust the depth of my line? I think I would need to add a weight, which means I need to get more money so that I can actually add a weight. Oh, there was a fish there. Okay. You gotta check on it occasionally. Gotta be prepared, you know? Yeah, I'm just doing my best one day at a time. I've said it before, I didn't think I would make it this far, but nobody really does, to be honest. Nobody's like, damn, I'm like the coolest guy ever. I am literally the VTuber, you know? I remember when I first started, people are like, damn, if only she wasn't so late into the VTubing game, maybe she'd be able to actually become something. That was something I got told pretty often. I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna do my best. We'll see what happens. That is a small bass. Yeah. That's a good start, though. That's a good start. I mean, that's the thing as a VTuber. You can never tell what's gonna happen. You can never predict these things. You can never, ever, ever predict these things. Sometimes you guys ask some pretty hard questions that I don't necessarily have the answers to, but, I try. You're underneath the lake. The first one, in a submarine. How? I don't know how you got that. This is a fishing lake, bro. We're here to fish right now. In some alternate universe, Tomoe becomes a corpo VTuber and becomes popular. Are you trying to say I'm not popular? Well, I don't know. I guess it's a matter of perspective. I always used to think that I would never really be able to grow unless I became a corpo VTuber. I know a lot of indies feel the same, where it's like, your indie career is just a resume for your corpo career that you're hoping to get someday. Because, like, it can be hard to do a lot of stuff on your own, but maybe that sentiment isn't as common anymore. I'm not sure. I will say at one point I probably hoped that maybe eventually I'd be able to be a corpo VTuber, but I don't think I really feel that way anymore. I think I'm pretty indifferent about it. How are you the same as the other fish I caught earlier, bro? You're like 3 times the size of that fish. What happened? I don't really think there's any such thing as too late to be a VTuber either. I think it was more so like it's... Well, like if you got in like super early, it was easier to stand out, I think was the perspective there, so... It is what it is, you know? Tomoe was a corpo at one point. Is this like a conspiracy theory or something? What do you mean? You're part of a big organization already that's kind of corpo? Eh? I'm in a VTuber group, my dude. It's not an organization, really. Creative freedom or resources corpos provide. I was always stubborn. I was like, I'm gonna make sure that I can provide everything for myself that a corpo would be able to provide. I'm not gonna be held back by limitations. Sometimes your best may not look very impressive, but as long as you know that you've done your best at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. Good job on getting this far. Thank you. Thank you very much. Deeply philosophical question for you, Tomoe. How much horsing around is too much? Aw, geez, I don't know. I also just realized I can see these fish more clearly than the others. Oh, this is a largemouth bass. Why are you smaller than the smallmouth bass was? I guess it's about the mouth, not the actual size of the fish. Yeah, I don't know. I like having creative freedom. I kind of just do my thing, you know? That's why I'm able to have all of the plans that I have later this year, because I don't have to wait for anybody to tell me that I can or can't do something. Not that I'm even sure if that's how it works as a corpo, because I've never been one before, but... Largemouth bass are not true bass? That sounds very bassist. You're not allowed to say that to the bass. You're gonna hurt their feelings. Gonna wait for a bite, though. It'll happen. Just wait for it. I'm an industry funded by the big military and a big horse to provide this fishing experience. I would believe that, honestly. I would definitely believe that. I wonder... I don't know. VTubing is so complicated. VTubing is very, very complicated. How do you guys feel about talents keeping their IP versus making new ones? Because I've seen a lot of people who are like very passionately against like talents having to start over from scratch instead of getting their IP back. Did you bite? Oh, yeah. I can literally see them in the water. I don't know why I'm so confused by this. It depends on the talent. I don't know. I mean, it is good when people follow the talent, but I feel like sometimes it's really hard to like figure out where they go. Unless you're kind of like in a position I'm in where well, like the way Twitter works is you get recommended people on your For You page a lot of the time based on who's following them. So if you're following a lot of the people who are following them, then usually you can find the new identities of VTubers because the people that you're following are now following their new identities. So you don't even have to really look into it that far. Honestly, it's pretty chill just watching the horse girl go fishing from this periscope still inside by submarine. Okay, yeah, I mean, you just do what makes you happy. You prefer for most talents to keep their IP. Yeah. What's the downside of being a corpo when you leave? Sometimes it's cool seeing what the new IPs end up being, though. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. I'm fishing right now. Just exploring our curiosities, going out here to the big old lake and seeing what we can't find. Cautionary tale for creators. Like, I think creators should have that right, and if they want to change their persona as they leave a group/corpo, they should have some sort of incentive for that. If the talent has a preference, you should be looking for what you want in your contract. Well, you guys understand why most talents aren't able to keep their IP, right? Like, you understand the logic behind that, or is that something people normally get lost on? Because I understand both the talent and the company's perspective in most cases. I just try to, like, look at the bigger picture, I guess. The thing about almost all corpos is that the main goal is to make money. Well, yeah, if they don't make money, they can't stay in business. That's just how it is. There's snakes in this game? I haven't seen any snakes out here yet. I'm keeping my eyes peeled, though. Oh. If the talent had it before joining, they really should keep it. Alright, let me explain how IP typically works with corpos. So the reason why companies normally retain the rights to the IP is because there's otherwise not really anything preventing people from like reaping the benefits of the company and then walking out and leaving the company with like literally nothing to show for it, you know? It's kind of like the only thing that they really have to like incentivize people to stay, because, you know, if you can just walk out with all of the stuff that the company has provided for you and all that, then it's like there would be no benefit for the company at that point. The company still needs to profit in some way, you know? They're not just like a free advertising business to like VTubers who want to make it big. They need to get something out of it as well. At the end of the day, like, they have investors and stuff, so it might not make a lot of sense when like companies refuse to give up the IPs, but I don't know, like, if they just gave up the IP to everyone, then all of their talents would walk out, because why stay if you can just get more on your own and take the IP that they gave you? Because usually the companies will pay for this stuff too. Like, they'll pay for the model, they'll pay for like all of the stuff, and that's why it usually seems very expensive for them to buy the rights to that, because they're investing a lot. And the other thing as well is that companies are usually charged more for a lot of things. Like, there will be company prices and then indie prices for things as well, so you'll also see that a lot in the business. So I think that's just something to keep in mind. It does suck because people are attached to the talent, usually not the company, so you only see it from like the talent's perspective. You see their frustrations and stuff, but that's why the company has to do it the way that they do. Obviously there's exceptions and stuff. There's times where they'll like give the VTuber a discount or whatever, you know, cut their losses or what have you, but the IP is a lot more than just like the model and the stuff. That's also the brand that was built up. That's like the advertising that they've done for you, the convention appearances that they've organized for you, the merch that they've gotten together for you, like all of the stuff that encompasses that. That's also what's being sold to the individual. Well, that's why I said if they had it before joining, then the VTuber had originated the IP. But when you sign a contract that hands over your IP, you're essentially saying, I want your help, company, and this is my leverage. It's like, it's assurance, basically, that you can't just take what you want from them and then leave them hanging, pretty much. Because it's like, it's kind of like a partnership in a sense. You're an employee there, you know? You can't just reap the benefits and walk out. That's typically not how this works. Anyway, let me read these real quick, sorry. CT2608, thank you for the take care. It's happy early Army's 250th birthday from your children. The Air Force. Without the Army, there would be no Air Force. Thank you for protecting us overseas all these times. Everything for America, this will defend. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate the sentiments. I'm sure a lot of other people here do too. And thank you, Cameron, for the 50 carrots. It's a bittersweet thing, but it's worth it. Seeing your favorite VTuber grow from small to big. We love you, boss, and continue to make amazing work. Thank you so much. I'll do my best to keep making you guys proud. Doing what I can here. Doing what I can. Corpos take a lot of risks, in other words. That's essentially what I'm saying. Take a lot of risks, because you have to think about it. When you're a VTubing corpo, you're investing in a lot of different individuals, and sometimes the investments pay out. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they don't. I don't know. I'm not trying to seem like I'm like siding with all the corpos here, by the way. I'm just trying to explain both perspectives so that people see both sides. I mean, a lot of contracts are predatory and stuff. They're, you know, taking advantage of little VTubers who don't know how to read the fine print and just want to like make it big out there. So, I see what you guys mean from that angle as well. It can definitely be a bummer. I just want to shed insight on it based on my knowledge, what I know. Will you do a watch along of the Army Parade on June 14th? What do you mean a watch-along? I don't think I've ever done a watch-along before. Drill instructor comes out during the rants? That wasn't even drill instructor. I was politely explaining there. What does your name mean? Does my name have to have a meaning? What do you mean? assets as well. Yeah, see, I'm not really too good at all the big legal stuff, so I don't really know exactly how the details work. Most VTubers join corpos for both the resources and exposure they provide. Yeah, I don't want to say you're getting paid in exposure per se, because that's a funny saying, but there's definitely a lot of benefits to it. I can see why people take the risks, you know? Maybe if a talent makes enough money for the corpo, they can earn the rights to their model. That's usually not how it works, unfortunately. That is usually not how it works. I mean, think about it. Like, people think it's evil when the companies don't give the IP to the talent, but some of, like, the companies that are still around when they lose people, they don't give the IP over, and people are like, oh, that's not the talent, that's not the company being evil, that's just how it is sometimes. I feel like it's very situational. It very much depends. It does seem weird that even the huge corporates have the talents as contractors and expense them most of their operating costs. I know there's like a benefit tax-wise to having your people be contractors. I forget all the details for it though. I'm sure there's like a lot of very legal and technical stuff that goes into it. I think it's because they retired the IP and don't use it anymore, so what's the point? You may as well let them keep it. Yeah, but like, it's not that simple. There's so much that goes into basically that was all I was trying to explain just now is why they can't just hand it over even though it's not going to be used anymore. It seems like a waste, but there's reasons for it. Corpo going VTubers going indie and still being successful. I guess it depends on what corpo you leave, right? Cause like, that is definitely not the case for all VTubers. It can be really hard to go from like having support to doing things on your own. I don't know how it goes. I'm, I guess, happy in the sense that I've always done things on my own, so I've never had to experience that frustration. Just had to like, you know, figure things out. Yeah. A lot of people fall into a corpo bad mindset too easily. When you have a corpo bad mindset, I want you to think about this, guys. Here is my important takeaway, if you're going to take away anything from all the stuff I just said. How many of you would not know your now favorite VTubers if not for them joining the corpo that they did? What are the odds that you would have encountered their content if not because you started watching another VTuber in a company and then happened to take a look at the other talents and ran into that person as a result? You have to look at it from that perspective as well. The only reason why a lot of these smaller VTubers were able to have a fighting chance out there is because they joined the corpo in the first place. Because there are some really talented people out there who just don't know how to market themselves properly. It's like no fault to them or anything. They just don't know how to market themselves. So, that's an important thing to keep in mind as well. Before you guys start villainizing corpos left and right with like, you know, no discrimination or anything. There's solid backing behind it there. Most of the VTubers you enjoy are indie. Okay, look, I'm just saying, like, for those that it applies to, the specific people that it applies to. You found your Kamiyoshi's IRL page on accident, so you would have found them eventually. How do you know that their IRL page didn't get more popular because they're in a corpo? Because you can't just, you know, it might have just been something you would have stumbled on your own, but like you wouldn't have thought twice about it because it's like, oh, I don't know who this is. But because you can put two and two together, you know? Yeah. I don't think many people see things as clear-cut, their strengths and weaknesses, but entertainment is a predatory business. That's a good way of putting it. At the end of the day, that's kind of just how it is. There's pros and cons. People join for a reason. I know some people nowadays are like, oh, why would this person ever go corpo? That's awful. They were doing so well as an indie. Why would they ever give that up? But Everybody has different end goals. Everyone has different things that they hope to get from VTubing. You know, they have different dreams, and sometimes maybe being a corpo is what it's gonna take for them to be able to accomplish that in like a reasonable manner. Maybe it's too much for them to handle alone. Maybe they just feel like they need that extra support, and maybe that's worth like the profit loss or the chance of losing their IP or just, you know, any of the other risks. A lot of them get into it knowing the risks, especially if it's a more established indie and they're doing it. So yeah. Yeah. Sorry for going on a bit of like a tangent about all this stuff. I just feel like it's important for people to be aware of. Trippy, thank you for the 4.99 carats. VTuber meta. Start as a small indie, join a terrible corpo, graduate after a year with a sad story, re-debut, profit. I know you're joking, but like, hey, look, a lot of these VTubers did not know that they were signing up for a terrible corpo. They were not aware of that, okay? It's not like they intentionally shoved their foot in a bear trap and then were surprised that it hurt, okay? They didn't ask for that. They were hoping that things would work out. That's my perception of it anyway. Demon Steel, thank you very much for the 10 carats. Hello, Tomoe. I hope your night and your fishing is going well. I've successfully bought a Springfield. 1903, now the fun part is getting it shipped here. Oh, you won the bid? That's awesome. Yeah. Tangents about random stuff is the fishing way, essentially. A lot of corpos ended up flopping, but that's just how it is. It's a very tough business. I don't think I would be able to do too well as a CEO. Aren't most VTubers Gen Zers? I don't think so. That's not the impression I get. Most VTubers are either in their late 20s or early 20s. There's not really much of an in-between. I mean, some of them are in their early 30s and stuff, but it's like late 20s, early 20s, early 30s, somewhere around there. I don't know if that's Gen Z necessarily. I don't think so. A lot of corpos were one guy who had never run a business before either, but he's taken a business class before. It's fine. It'll work out. Believe in the dream. The secret of VTubing, most VTubers are in their mid to late 30s. I disagree with that. I don't think so. I don't think they're mostly that old. Do I have any tips for streaming? That's a very broad question, so I don't know how to answer that. The 13th Go gave the 4.9 carats by Sarge is a late bloomer. She started around 121. It's true. The lore runs deep. Is there any secret way to get a Tomoe plush before the 27th? Probably not. You might have to rob somebody, otherwise. There are a lot of hags these days. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't think about it too hard. I'm one of those people, and maybe this is because I'm a VTuber, but I don't think the age of the VTuber is very important. I just kind of go off of vibes, you know? But maybe it matters more to fans because of the hag stuff. Not to be rude, but how old are you? I'm an age between, I don't know, 18 and 100. I don't really want to talk about my age, bro. It's not important. 124 years young, I suppose. You look great for your age. Thank you. I appreciate it. The 13th Go, they have the 1.9 carats. The Fuboy calls for criminal activity. You're the guys who want to hand it a gun. That's not my fault. Skull Hermit, thank you for the 10 conscriptions. Thank you kindly for your sacrifice. And welcome, everybody. Welcome, new horses. Motivated young horse soldiers ready to throw their horseshoe in the ring. Tomoe, yell at me, please. No. Oh man, my fish got away! It's a vibe. I just happen to vibe with the more mature crowd. You don't think age equals maturity, right? Cause like, yeah, it's definitely the vibe. It's definitely. Just go off of vibes, honestly. You think at least half of the VTubers you watch are in their 30s? Are you sure though? Are you positive? The chill factor, yeah. I'm just here to vibe right now. I understand the appeal of hags, but I would like to have kids in the future. I kind of feel the same way, honestly. I don't know if I would like... I don't know if I would want to be a VTuber that long. Never really thought about it before, but like... I don't know. I don't know. You guys are making me have like a midlife crisis here, and it's not even my midlife yet. Tomoe, you didn't see this, but I commandeered the wait, what? I don't know what's happening anymore. The lore is too complicated for me. I thought this was about a submarine or something. There are mom VTubers too. I don't know, man. Me personally, I would feel like I would rather like want to focus on like if I had kids, I would want to just focus on raising them, especially if they're younger kids. I don't know if that makes sense or not. I mean, I'm not like dissing the mom VTubers or anything. I'm sure that's like its own set of unique challenges, but I feel like, you know, that's just how my brain tells me that I should do it. Like that's what makes sense to me, at least. But no disrespect to anybody who manages to juggle both. You never know when the midlife could be. That's very ominous. Are you trying to say I'm gonna die soon? Oh no. There's a non-zero number of VTubers who have a child that are also a VTuber. That's complicated, but I mean, I guess I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. If I had a daughter, I don't think I'd want her to be a VTuber though. I don't know if I'd want her to be a VTuber, man. You're supposed to be like really protective of your offspring, right? I don't know, would you guys want your child to be a VTuber? Think about that for a second. Think about that really hard. How come? Because I feel like I'd be very overprotective as a parent. Not like cripplingly so, but like, I don't know. See, you're saying no too. Don't make me sound like the weirdo for not wanting my child to be a VTuber. I mean, if they did, then I wouldn't really like. I don't know. It's like on them, but it's not like something I would encourage them to do. Who was thinking about kids in this economy? Well, they were mentioning VTubers with kids, so I don't know. Okay, you guys see my perspective here. Is it that much different from a normal live stream? Bro, I wouldn't want my kid to be a streamer either. What do you mean? I don't content creation is like it's very brutal sometimes, you know? You don't want your kid to go through that. Do I look up to anyone? I mean, I look up to people for different reasons, but I don't have like a hero or anything like that. There's like no single most person I look up to. I think I hit level 5 fish. I can probably go to a different place now. Family care plan. Make my daughter a VTuber and have her raise funds that way. You're insane. What the heck? Bro, it's crazy. Wait, let me put more... yeah, there you go. I'm level 6. Let me go to a different place now. Okay, yeah, we'll go here. Got Pike out here. Oh god, I only have $1 left to my name. What happened? Find the seals? Wait, this place is beautiful. It's breathtaking. I'm the only one here. Wow, that is really bright. I think my eyes aren't working. Tomoe is that short? Why are you guys talking about me being short? What did I say that said I was short? Or why are you, where's this coming from? It's so bright, I can't even look at it directly. Hold on. I'm gonna cast in this direction so I don't have to be blinded. The Hero of Kavash, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome. Welcome in. You can hear that you are short from the walls. Huh? Oh, I'm tall based on my voice? You can't tell someone's height from their voice. Lovely weather for fishing. If I don't catch a fish here, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna crash out for sure. Oh, never mind. We're good. We're good. These waters are forgiven, you know? I will catch all of the exotic fish. Oh my gosh, it's a perch! It's a perch! How long was the chat thought bubble there? Never noticed it. As long as I've had this overlay, it's been here. Gotta have you guys express your thoughts, you know? See, me personally, I don't know if this is strange, but I don't care about height. I feel like height is one of like the biggest like non-issues for a person. Like, it does not matter how tall you are. That is my newest hot take for the day. Male, female, I don't give a shit how tall you are. I just care about whether or not you're a good person or not. Like, if you're fun to be around, like, are you a tolerable person to have as company? Height is something people can't change. You have no influence over that. So, yeah. Are you a perch? That's very perchy. Wow, I've caught 50 fish. I'm on a roll today. How long is the Tomoe plush available for purchase? It should be in the post listing. I think it's like July 6th or something. Yeah. Bro, I feel like unironically, it's usually men that stress out about height more than women press them for being tall or short. Like, because I feel like there's been like this internet echo chamber that convinces men that all women are like super uptight about height and they care about it more than they actually do. But like, I wouldn't really use the women on dating apps as like an indicator for the female population as a whole. That's like a very specific subset of women. So I think that's why people have become like more insecure about height over time, if I had to take a wild guess about it. But I don't think many women actually really care about it that much. I don't think I'm an exception here. Call me crazy, but like every female friend I've had that I've ever talked about this has not had like a height preference. They do not care that much. but yeah. At least 70% of male standards are designed to appeal to other men. I mean, I don't blame you guys for like being like careful about it. Like I you know, people think about these things because they want to think about how to appeal for women. But if it's shit that you can't control, then I wouldn't stress about it, because that's just, you're being hard on yourself for no reason at that point. Guys, Tomoe is cooking. Yeah, I'm glad to share this tidbit of knowledge, I guess. You have definitely met women like that. Okay, but that's not the norm. That's not, it's not as common as like the internet would have you think, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry you're blinded by the light here. I'll try not to pan my camera over there. That is headache inducing. Whoever designed this map was not thinking about this. I know you guys could say that you've had women, like, give you shit about this, but I only ever really see men give other men shit about being tall or short, more than I see women do it. I know women probably do it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not like, doubting you or anything, but, like, yeah, nobody is harder on other dudes than dudes. Fluorescent water. It looks like one of those tropical fish tanks, to be honest. Rock what you got, improve what you can. That's a good mentality to have right there, honestly. At the end of the day, if you're looking for someone, they'll either accept you as they are, or they'll accept you as you are, or they're not worth your time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You should not have to, like, dramatically change yourself to appeal to people. Because you're not going to be happy like that. That's not really conducive for, like, long-term happiness, you know? So, live the life the way you want to. Find somebody who's chill with you, that will accept your hobbies and whatnot. The seagulls are mocking me right now. That's cool. I ain't even worried about it. I'm fine with this. This is fine. I'm just doing my best out here. What if she's, like, really hot, though? Might have to forego morals a little bit, you know? Maybe disregard other rules. No, I'm kidding. No exceptions. No exceptions. Oh, this is tough out here. Why can't I catch a fish out here? I don't even know how we got into this, to be honest. Tomoe, what do you consider as wife material? I'm not attracted to women, so I don't know. I'm not really sure how to answer that. I don't have, like, I don't think I have the correct perspective to be able to share any insight on that. Sorry to break it to you guys. I don't know. I'm just living my best life out here. I'm just here to fish. You guys are asking some tough questions. Oh, there are conscious preferences and subconscious preferences. This is all very complicated. Also, conversations change a lot when you're fishing, man. You just gotta be able to keep up with it. I'm on the prowl. I'm almost done with my energy drink, too. Everything's going well so far. Also, what I just said does not apply to 2D women, by the way. 2D women still have my heart. They're beautiful creatures. Never forget. Never forget. How's the water? It's okay. It's pretty good right now. Pretty so-so, you know? Pretty good. You've been sipping the same energy drink for the past 2 hours. Alright, you don't give a man shit for sipping on a beer for 2 hours. How are you gonna give me shit for sipping on an energy drink for 2 hours? You better watch it, buddy. The most important conversations happen while casting the fishing line. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Wholeheartedly agree. If it was the same beer, yes. You know what? That's fair. That is entirely fair. I don't know how big this energy drink was. Apparently it was 8.4 fluid ounces. I just don't drink them very fast. No man sips a single beer for 2 hours. You guys clearly don't know the ways of social drinking, okay? Having good morals would be wife material and husband material. Everyone's definition of what good and bad morals are is completely different nowadays, though, man. It's like societal stuff, you know, that cultural stuff. and whatnot. I'm pretty sure what I would consider good morals is not the same as what some of you guys would consider good morals. That's just like the fact of the matter. And I mean, I try to be as open-minded as I can. I'm not gonna like give people shit for not following my personal morals. It's just kind of how it is. Casual drinking? You're going ranked drinking? The heck do you mean? For a better explanation on the moral thing, by the way, the best example I can think to give actually is like how people kept telling me I should marry for like BAH. That goes against my morals because I actually believe that marriage is something that should like preferably only happen once in your life and you should like take it seriously. I get it. Oh, good on you for getting more money from the government. You know, I'm not gonna like shit talk people who do that. Like, get your bag or whatever, but like, I don't know. Marriage is just, I feel like it should have like more weight to it than that. So that is like why I personally view it the way I do. BAH is housing allowance. Basically in the military, as a lower enlisted individual, you will live in the barracks unless you're married. If you're married, then you're able to get out earlier. You get money for like rent and stuff. It's alright, even if we disagree on something. I mean, like I said, to each their own. I know, like, my opinion on that is not a very popular one. Like, if people want to, like, do what they want to do, just live the life that you want to live. That's all I can really say. Yeah. I just feel like marriage should be important, but I'm a very sentimental person, so yeah. Marriage is supposed to be the super duper big deal. Big important spectacle of an occasion, you know? Sorry, I have to wait for my fish. This is all very careful. Yeah, I don't know. Morals are weird. It's a weird thing. There's a lot of like divisions and views nowadays, but I'm just happy doing my best every day. If it can make you guys happy, that's what matters. You're free to disagree with me on stuff if you want. It's not gonna hurt my feelings none. Fish aren't real, Tomoe? What have I been catching for the last 2 hours then, huh? Riddle me that. Most marriages in history have been pragmatic. The romantic idea of marriage is like 80 years old at most. Alright, buddy. Alright. Crush my hopes and dreams, why don't ya? That's what I say. Yeah, if you guys want like a practical marriage for like benefits or just to have somebody around, that's all you. That's just not my personal philosophy. Is military part of my family lineage? Not really. I mean, I'm in the military, but it's not like I joined because I have like a family member of immediate I don't have an immediate family member that joined the military, and then it's not like, oh, well, my grandpa's grandpa also was in the military. It's nothing like that. It's really nothing like that at all. Oh, you guys are getting into some really deep conversation here. I don't think I'm really all that unusual or anything. I'm just a more, I guess by nature I'm a more traditional person, so it reflects in my mannerisms and whatnot. Well, not in like every regard, but in some regards, I guess. Do you only play Fishing Simulator? Dear God, I hope not. If this was all my content was, I might have to retire. Well, you said something about your older brothers being in the Navy or something? Yeah, but that has nothing to do with why I'm in the military. That's their personal decision. And that doesn't really, like, imply that I have, like, a family lineage of military, really. Marrying for practicality was mostly for royalty and nobility. I mean, I don't know. Just marry someone with the same views as you, I guess, and you'll probably have a happy marriage. That you're mega say-so based off YouTube shorts. It's not even that I try to be say-so or anything, bro. It's just I don't like making sexual jokes and stuff because, like, the weight it has in my mind is different. I don't personally believe in shit like casual sex and stuff. But that's just like my personal opinion, you know? Like I can't fault anyone for like having that view or like wanting to make like crude humor or anything like that, but that's just not my idea of like what I should be doing as a person. There's not really any like particular reason for it. It's not like I have like this book of philosophies or anything that I follow. It's just my interpretation of life and like how I choose to live my life. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just a goofy little fella. That's all I can really say. Yeah. I'm just a horse at the end of the day. But yes, I don't know. I hope nobody's mad at me for saying that, but I know it's like, it's, I don't know. These aren't really good things to have conversations about on stream. I acknowledge that much because I'm not trying to like step on anyone's toes or like make them upset for feeling differently, but I'm just saying that is how I myself feel. If you feel differently, totally okay. Don't think less of you. Very important thing to make known there. Wait, that was a big fish. I want that fish. Wait, that fish is huge. Hold on. I need that one. Yeah. I'm gonna try and get that one. Dude, it's huge. Come on, little guy. I mean, big guy, not little guy. Can I have you? Hold on. I gotta lure it over. I'll keep it relatively close in case he decides to take the bait there. Alright guys, we're gonna wait this out. I think that's like a pike, right? Oh wait, I don't have any bait. I'm a dumbass. We're not gonna talk about that. Wait, no! My bait! No! Hold on. There we go. There we go. It's like, why is nothing biting all of a sudden? It's not that my bait is bad per se, but I think the most expensive bait is for like specific fish there. Yeah. Life is about fishing at the end of the day, guys. That's the real lesson I wanted to impart upon you guys. I'll try to turn my back to the sunlight to make this easier. Yeah, personal perspectives and whatnot. That's a good way of looking at it. How do you home grow a bait? How does this work? I wonder if I'll catch the pike if I put it out here. I thought the pike were the ones with like the little spikes on their back. I might be wrong about that. I'm a 70-year-old retiree. How did life catch up with me so quickly? I feel bad. I'm supposed to talk about goofy, silly, whimsical things. I didn't mean for things to get so deep. We need to talk about shit. Hold on. Let me ponder this for a minute. Rotting fruit and let worms breed in the compost? Oh, that's what you mean by homegrown bait. I see the vision. Listen, guys. Life is about fishing. If you want to live a good life, just treat life like you would your fish. Yeah. Why would a turtle go after your bait? What do you do if you catch a turtle exactly? You're gonna end up on one of those commercials with like the turtles getting stuck in the soda rings and stuff. Mm-hmm. What do you gotta do that, huh? Where did the crabs get drunk at? The sandbar? Bro, if my crabs are drinking, I don't know what to do. You're underwater? Then go to the surface! I'm not really a good swimmer, so I don't know if I can help you. Like, if you guys fell into the water, I don't know if I'd be able to jump in and save you. That might not be, like, something I can assist with. Call fishing game if it dies. Well, it's not your fault the turtle died, right? Like, the bro decided to take your bait. That's just nature taking its course. That's simply how it is sometimes. It's a cold world out there, but somebody's gotta live in it. I hear, that swimming is really good exercise, though. Like, in general. It's not that I can't swim, I just can't swim well. There's a difference. The first rule of fishing is never touch the lobster traps. Why do we have lobster traps? This place doesn't even look like it has any lobster. Aren't snapping turtles, like, super dangerous? Like, can't they, like, take one of your fingers off if you're not careful? I feel like I've seen that somewhere before. Easily. That's like a baby carrot in their eyes. You can't really do much about it at that point, man. You're never getting that finger back. They can take your arm off if they are big and strong enough. Bro, you got like little twig arms at that point. Why do you look like losing to a turtle? Look, see, my philosophy as an American is most things can be shot, right? So, if a turtle is trying to rip my arm off, I feel like I have grounds to shoot it at that point. Now, I don't know if their shells are bulletproof. I don't know what the maximum bullet that one can take is. I don't know how close you're allowed to shoot. I don't even know if you're allowed to shoot a turtle. Probably not. You know, you don't really hear about that too often. But I'm just saying, you know, self-defense. You gotta do what you have to do. Alligator snapping turtles can be really big. Yeah, I'm not losing to a turtle. I'm not gonna have to explain at the family gathering why I'm missing like several fingers, you know? Instead, I'll be telling the story of how I accidentally put a bullet in a turtle because it crossed me the wrong way. Don't shoot a hippo. If you're within like swimming distance of a hippo, you've probably already accepted that you're dead. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't think a hammer is going to stop a turtle from eating your fingers. Like, I don't think that this is a valid argument. Gun solves a lot of things. Hammer can only solve nails and a couple other small incidents. But if you hit people with, like, the back part of the hammer, right, the nail removing part, that would be pretty painful. It's like the claw part, right? Yeah, the claw part. That would be rough. Beating a turtle with another turtle? Isn't that how you open coconuts or something? I think you guys should never go deep sea fishing. This is the lesson that I've learned from this. Most of you guys would not be able to reel a shark in. I mean, I wouldn't be able to either, but I like talking tough, you know? Wild boars and hogs? Just treat it like this is an MMO and they're level 1 mobs. You should be fine. Maybe they'll drop some leather or something for you. I remember sometime recently having one of my senior NCOs try to explain to me how to skin a deer, and I was like, damn. Life's crazy. I didn't know it was that easy to kill a deer and pour out the internals and whatnot. Apparently you gotta, like, put the guts out quickly so it doesn't ruin the meat and whatnot, especially if you're transporting it. I don't know, man. You never know what kind of useful skills you can learn out there. That's gross? No, that's nature. That's Mother Nature for you. What do you mean the golf ball method? What are you talking about, bro? Try another place. I don't think I can go over the hill. This might be my upper bounds, but I'll try to find another spot over here. Hogs are not level 1. Not with that attitude. Is that a butterfly? Why is it so big? It's like the size of a moth. Like a really big moth, and they're only blue butterflies for some reason. Let's try this area over here. You don't have the stomach to gut a dead animal? Man. Maybe I'm weird because I don't think that would bother me too much, honestly. It's just like really squishy, you know? It's kind of morbid, but it's like, damn, I accidentally killed a small animal. Well, you don't want to waste the meat, right? May as well do what you gotta do. No, because I know a lot of girls, like, would cry from the thought of, like, having to, like, rip apart a little rabbit, but I'm just, you know, gotta look at it from a practical perspective. The animal's already dead. You can't do much about that. May as well make the most of it. It's only weird the first time. Yeah, it's a matter of perspective, I guess. From midlife crisis to how to beat a turtle to death. Is this not, like, a logical flow of thought? You can't tell me you haven't had weirder streams of consciousness. What are you guys talking about golf balls for? What does this have to do with... Oh, maybe there is a method like that, actually. You grew up hunting? Hunting sounds fun. I'm gonna go hunting. Maybe I just need to, like, take a month hiatus and go hunting for that time. Just disappear off into the forest. Become an urban legend, you know? Then it'll be like last seen online like 90 days ago in no time. They'll wonder where Tomoe Umari went. And then eventually they'll make a nature documentary called Tracking Down Tomoe. We'll have all the experts out there. The search and rescue crews came up with nothing. It's like she never existed in the first place. But what's wrong with my perch? Don't diss my fish, okay? Just getting home from the lake myself. Yeah, you catch any big ones today? Trying to catch the big one out here. Trade the uniform for an orange vest. I have to vanish into the forest, though. I have to make more urban legends. Gotta go to sea. Sleep at sea. Be careful out there. Have a good night. You rest up now. Use a smaller hook. Okay. I'll listen to the game. Hooks. How do I know which the right size is? I don't understand. Size 12. Maybe that'll help. We'll try it. We'll see if that works. Yeah, I am still fishing. I remember you mentioning your friend though. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what hook I need to use here. The fish out here are being mighty difficult today, so we gotta readjust, you know, we gotta reevaluate what fish we're trying to catch here. I thought a bigger hook would be more important for catching big fish, but I guess sometimes you gotta go with a smaller hook, you know, a little bit more of a humble hook. Gotta go with the little guy to catch the big fella. They say that Tomoe haunts the forest and kills those who don't subscribe to her channel. Yeah. Subscribe to Tomoe Umari or end up with a black bag over your head while you're walking home from buying groceries near the tree line. That would never happen, by the way. I would never do that. That wouldn't happen. Don't worry. You're fine. You don't have anything to worry about. You gotta go noodling? I don't know if I have the heart to go noodling right now. I just want to see what fish I'm trying to catch. Well, I want to see what fish is hiding out here, rather. Fish for you and a fish for me. I need a fish out here. I'm Tomoe Umari. Where is he? Maybe I just need to be more patient. That's probably it. Non-subscribers get kidnapped by Tomoe. I don't even know what I would do if I kidnap people. Should I like start harvesting kidneys or something? That's kind of like a classic move, right? That's a understandable endeavor. Thoughts on boxing? Amazon's finest right there. No, but it seems like good exercise. Guys, the fish aren't biting anymore. Was it something I did? Is it something I said? Do they hate me? Does chat hate me? Chat, do you hate me? Chat, why do you hate me? Why do you hate me so much? What did I do? Chat, hey chat, why do you hate me? What's wrong, huh? Why do you not accept me anymore? Why are you replacing me with another horse? Hey chat, why? Hey chat, why? What are you doing, chat? Please chat, reconsider. Please chat, please. Please chat. Okay, the hook size is proper. We're good. I'll be patient now. Huh? No, we have bait still. We're fine. We're fine. Stop gaslighting. You guys do this to me all the time. I don't want to hear it. You're not the victim here. Fishing without a license? Oh, you got a license for that? Nah, man. This is proper fishing right here. You can never stop me from fishing. Wishing I was fishing at this exact fishing spot. Oh, the only horse I have eyes for is you, but oh no, wait, hold on. There's only one horse out there. I'm like one of one horse. It's not what you said, it's what you didn't say. Hold on. You hold your horses now. Do I enjoy the beach? Yeah, beaches are cool. Dude, they're not even biting anymore. They're not even biting anymore. What do I do? Why do they hate me? Why are we laughing? Well, that was your cue to laugh. Why didn't you laugh? What's wrong with you? Fishing never ends! 9 hours later or more, it doesn't matter. Fishing never ends. The fishing grind set. I'm gonna vanish away into the water now. If I just walk in, the fish will accept me. I just have to integrate with their society. I just have to become a fish. I think that's the answer. All routes lead to fishing. If you want to win the visual novel route, you have to go fishing, fellas. Do I need something other than a maggot? Is that it? No, I should be able to catch everything out here. 14 hours of fishing? Oh gosh, I don't know if I could do all that. I don't know if I have the dedication to fish for that long. I'm gonna scare all the fish away. Even more than I already have. Under the sea? I don't see any fish under the sea. Maybe if I go over here? Over yonder? Are you saying I'm being impatient and then if I wait, then the fish will come on their own? I'll fish from up here. This is a prime position to fish. I think they'll show up if I do this. I'm fishing with maggots right now. Now we wait, chat. Don't talk though, you'll scare the fish away. It's so hard to be quiet. Why is it so hard to be quiet? I want to talk. I have things to say. Please listen to me. So, about them perch. I'm perching while trying to catch perch. It's very poetic. That being said, maybe I need to add a weight. Maybe that's what's missing. Surely I'm just not being impatient. Why can't I add it? Why? I don't have enough money to get other stuff right now. Have I tried using a fish call? Well, they say fish want me, women fear me. So maybe if you say that women are afraid of you, maybe if you shout that from the cliff tops, the fish will show up. Because they're like, damn, this is one of our people here. Oh, they're ignoring the hook. They don't care. Why don't they care? Why have I not caught anything yet? What did I do wrong? The fish have developed a brain cell and are now avoiding Tomoe. Well, we can't have that. We can't have that. I just realized if I scroll, then it changes this. Mouse... Wait, real speed. Oh... It's interesting, actually. I never thought about that. This is all very complicated. I'm not impatient. I can wait. Watch this. This is me waiting. It's fishing time, fellas. Getting stream sniped by the fish? I'd believe it. The line's just moving on its own. There's not even a fish there. It's just moving. Where did it go wrong? Where did I go wrong trying to... My sanity is the only thing being lost here. I don't know what else to do. I think I'm at my wit's end. I think I'm about to have I'm gonna freak out, you know? Nobody wants them, they all just turn their heads while fishing? I think not. Birds are very entertained. I wonder what I could be doing better to attract these fish. Gonna have a breakdown? Yeah. Maybe I gotta go to you guys' secret fishing spot. I didn't mean to dive into the water, but I guess I'll get up close and personal. I don't know if a different bait is the solution. I mean, I can try it. I don't even know what I'm trying to catch right now is the issue. Bread? Marshmallow? Let's try some worms. Hold on. Alright, guys. Now this is classic bait right now. This is classic. They'll definitely go for the worm. I mean, if I was a fish and I saw a worm floating in the water, I would definitely go for the worm. They need their protein, you know, they're aware of that. They're very cognizant of that. Please stop running from me. Please. I don't think we can use pieces of smaller fish. I don't know if that's gonna work. They said that, like, the size of my hook was okay. I don't think you can use fireworks for fishing. I feel like that's kind of, like, counterintuitive, you know? Oh. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. Don't you want the worm? Not a red worm fan? No? Okay, that's fine. Alright, the game is playing with my emotions at this point. Alright, we're done fishing for now, fellas. We're done. The ultimate fishing simulator, ultimate breaking your heart and trampling on it simulator. This game was actually pretty fun. I'm not mad about it. I'm very baffled by the turn of events. But that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. Give me a second. Let me just, hold on. Alright. There we go. Everything is good now. Everything is good now. Oh, never mind, I broke my chat. There we go. There. Sometimes it does that. You have a good haul, so that was a good accomplishment. Yeah, I think the fish gave up on me after a while. I might have, like, fished the trout population too aggressively or something. Honestly, that could be very well what happened. Congrats, somebody. This is the ultimate Instagram's fishing experience. Yeah, it took a while, but we caught a lot of fish. I caught at least 100, not 100 actually. I caught like 50 though. At least 50, between 50 and 100 fish. That's a pretty good amount of fish right there. But I will be going now. You guys take care. Stay out of mischief. Do good things. I'll be back around tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go nap. I think that might be a good idea. There's something that hits different about drinking an energy drink and then going back to bed, you know? Yeah. What do you mean stay with us a little longer? It's been like 3 hours. It's nighttime. Everyone's got to tuck their head away on a pillow and then go and snooze, you know? Gotta retire at the end of the day. We've done our fishing. We've played our part. We've done what we can. Are fires considered mischief? You know, in most places in the world, I would say yes, probably, most likely. Yeah, sleep. Okay, I'll see you guys around now. You can't keep me here. I gotta go. Yeah, I mean, if you're going to work now, good luck at work. But otherwise, good night and enjoy your night. Yes. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for fishing with me. Remember, trout population good. Yeah.